Chapter 8 Working with Tables and Queries. Students, you have now learned all about a database, its structure, and some simple operations like how to create and save a database in Microsoft Access 2010. This chapter is about some more operations that can be performed on a database. Editing tables in Access. Sometimes after creating a table, you may require to make some changes in the structure of the table. In Access, it is very easy to edit the tables. Adding a field. The fields in the table can be added in both Datasheet as well as in Design View. Adding field in Datasheet View. To add a field to a table in Datasheet View, open the table. First locate the field on the left of which the new field is to be inserted. Let us say we need to insert a field to the left of the field Course in the given table. Now, right-click on the drop-down arrow of this field. The context menu will appear. Click on the Insert Field option. A new field, Field 1, gets inserted on the left of the selected field. Type a name for the new field and press the Enter key. Adding field in Design View. You can also add a field to a table in Design View. To do so, first open the table in Design View. Select the field above which the new field is to be inserted. On the Design tab, click on the Insert Rows option in the Tools group. A new blank row gets inserted above the selected field. Write the name and specify the data type for the new field. Deleting a field. Similar to adding a field, we can delete the fields both in Datasheet as well as in Design View. Deleting field in Datasheet View. To delete a field from the table in Datasheet View, open the table. Locate the field that you want to delete. Right-click on the field header and click on the Delete Field option from the context menu. A message box appears on the screen to approve the deletion. Click on the Yes button to continue. The selected field gets deleted. Deleting fields in Design View. Select the row that you want to delete. On the Design tab, click on the Delete Rows option in the Tools section. Click on the Yes button in the message box that appears to confirm the deletion. The selected row gets deleted. Advanced options for editing tables in Datasheet View. Relocating a field. To relocate a field, select the field you want to move. Click and drag the field to the desired location. Release the cursor. The field gets placed to its new location. Freezing a field. In tables with a large number of fields, when you scroll in a certain direction, some of the fields become invisible on the screen. In such situations, you can freeze a field to make it visible on the screen always. Freezing moves and fixes the field at the leftmost position in the table. To freeze a field, open the table in Datasheet View. Select the field that you want to freeze. Right-click on its header and select the Freeze Fields option from the context menu. The selected columns move to the leftmost side of the table. Hiding a field. Hiding a field is required when you want to display only certain fields in a table. To hide a field, select the particular field. Right-click on the header of the field and select the Hide Fields option from the shortcut menu. Now, the selected field will not be visible on the screen. Unhiding the fields. To unhide the hidden fields, follow the given steps. Right-click on the header of any of the fields and then select the Unhide Fields option. In the Unhide Columns dialog box, the names of all the fields of the table are displayed. Check the box next to the fields that you want to show and then click on the Close button. This will display all the required fields in the table. Moving through records. Scrolling through records, specifically in a table with a large number of records, seems tough. The Record Navigation toolbar at the bottom of the table, Datasheet View, helps you to easily move through large number of records. Sorting data within a table. Access 2010 gives you the ability to organize your data in any particular order through the process of sorting. On the basis of values of any particular field, data can be sorted in either ascending or descending order. Follow the given steps to sort your data. Select the field you want to sort. Click on the drop-down arrow next to the header of the selected field. Select the appropriate option amongst Sort A to Z or Sort Z to A as per your requirement. The table gets sorted by the selected field. Here, we have arranged the data in Sort A to Z order of student_name. Calculation in a datasheet. Access provides many options that enable you to perform automated calculations on your data. One such option is totals. It allows you to calculate the data in an entire field. Let us see how it works by the use of an example. Let us first add a new field in our table named as total_fee and fill in numeric data for the same. Now in the Home tab, click on the Totals option in the Records group. It will add a new row named Total as the last record in your table. Next, select the field on which the calculation is to be performed. In the row Total, click in the empty cell under the selected field. A drop-down arrow appears in the cell as shown here. Click on the drop-down arrow. A list of functions appears. Select the appropriate function. We are calculating sum in the given example. The sum of all the field values appears in the cell. Filtering in a datasheet. MS Access provides filters that enable users to display only the data they wish to see. Filtering refers to the process of setting criteria for the data that is to be displayed. When a filter is applied to the data, only the records that meet your criteria are displayed and the rest are temporarily hidden. To create a filter, click on the drop-down arrow next to the header of the field on which you want to apply the filter. A drop-down menu with a text filters checklist appears. By default, all the checkboxes are selected. First, click on the Select All checkbox to deselect all the items. Then, select only the ones you wish to display. Click OK. The filter is applied, indicated by the filter icon on the right of the column header. The table now displays students belongs to medical and non-medical course. To turn the filter off, click on the Toggle Filter option in the Sort and Filter group under the Home tab. It will display all the records back again. Advanced filtering in a datasheet. Advanced filtering refers to the process of setting some criteria over a filter. Advanced filtering can be used in any type of filter. Let us say you want to apply an advanced filter on the field total_fee in the table student_details. Follow the given steps to do so. Select the field on which you want to apply the filter. Click on the drop-down arrow next to the field header. Hover your mouse over the Number Filters option. A list of sub-options appears. Select the appropriate option as per your choice. Here, we want to look for students whose fee are 4,000 or more than that. So, the greater than option is selected. Fill in the value that suits your requirement in the Custom Filter dialog box that appears and press the OK button. Here, we have filled value 4,000. The records that match your criteria will be displayed. Searching in a datasheet. The simplest way to search for a particular piece of data in your table is by using the search box. The search box is located at the bottom of the datasheet. Follow the given steps to use the search box. Enter the text that you are looking for in the search box and press the Enter key. The first value that matches your search criteria is highlighted. You can press the Enter key to find the next occurrence of your search term. Query in database. The database in MS Access is essentially a large collection of tables stored in a single file with other objects such as forms, reports, etc. Finding specific information in such a collection of tables or large tables becomes tedious. To help with this, Access provides a way to find and compile data in one or more tables called queries. A query is a detailed question designed to extract the required data from the database. By using queries, you can easily view, add, delete, or change the data in your database. When a query is executed, the result is again produced in the form of a table. Setting a relationship between tables. A relationship in Access is defined as a link between two different tables through a common field in the two tables. Creating relationships between tables makes it easy to combine data from those tables. To understand how the relationship works, let us first create another table named as student_contact_info. You can see that in both tables, we have created a common field called student_ID. In the student details table, the student ID field is the primary key that uniquely identifies each record. A relationship is formed by creating a link to the same field in the student contact info table. In the second table, this field is called the foreign key. A foreign key is a value in one table matching the primary key of another table. Let us now create a relationship between the tables student details and student contact info by following these steps. Open the Database Tools tab. In the Relationships group, click on the Relationships button. The Show Table window appears. It displays the names of all the tables in your database. Add the two tables to the Relationships window by selecting them one by one and clicking on the Add button. The two tables are now displayed as small windows in the Relationships window as shown here. Afterwards, click on the Close button. Now, to create the relationship between these tables, drag the primary key student ID of the table Student Details to the same field in the table Student Contact Info. This will open the Edit Relationships dialog box. Click on the Create button to form the relationship indicated by a line drawn between the two tables. Right-click on the Relationships tab and select the Save option to save the relationship. Creating a query with simple criteria. To create a query, you are required to open the Query Design view. Select the Create tab. In the Queries group, click on the Query Design button. The Query Design view opens and the Show Table dialog box appears. Select the table on which you want to run the query and then click on the Add button. Click on the Close button. The table appears as a small window in one part of the query window known as the Object Relationship pane. Click on the fields you wish to include in your query. Let us say you want to add student ID, student name, DOB and course from the table Student Details. The fields are now displayed in the columns of the spreadsheet below known as the design grid. Now, set the search criteria by clicking on the criteria row below the required field. For instance, let us use a simple query to find the detailed information about arts students. You would type equals to arts in the criteria row under the course field. Click on the Run button in the Results group under the Query Tools Design tab. The result appears in the form of a table in the Query 1 window. You can save the query by clicking on the Save button in the Quick Access toolbar. The Save As dialog box opens. Specify a name for the query and click OK. Components of Design Grid. The Design Grid has the following components. Specifying multiple criteria in a query. Specifying multiple criteria in a query can be done in two ways. Type criteria in more than one field in the criteria row. The resulting records must meet all of the criteria. Type the first criteria in the criteria row and additional criteria in the OR row. In this, the resulting records meet any of the specified criteria. Let us extract the information about the arts and commerce students. Now, to do the same, place the cursor in the criteria row under the course field and type equals to arts followed by typing equals to commerce or in the OR row. Now click on the Run button in the Results group under the Query Tools Design tab. The result is displayed in the query window. Now click on the Save button to save the query.